Welcome, guys. Today I'm reacting to Nuisance Streamers are no longer safe in Japan from Rev Says Desu. I already covered a video about that. Streamers aren't particularly welcome in Japan, but I'm gonna repeat it because it's fun to see. It's extremely nice to see that the consequences are just hunting them. And of course, sadly, it also bleeds over to normal people that actually didn't F around and found out, but hey, it is what it is. Let's start.
Hey, what's up guys, Riff here. So right now you're looking at the inevitable result of nuisance streamers causing issues in Japan. So right now a lot of businesses like this are putting up signs warding off not just nuisance streamers, but tourists in general. This message on the door saying, due to continuing trouble, we are not accepting customers from overseas.
Sadly.
And honestly, I can't blame them one bit because nuisance streamers over in Japan have caused so much damage to the reputation of tourists that tourists and nuisance streamers are being lumped together. And again, I don't think that's too unfair for these businesses who have been dealing with absolute losers infecting their place of business with their nonsense. Now, typically people think about Johnny Somali when it comes to nuisance streamers in Japan, but recently there's been another wave of idiots, mainly from Kick. Ice Poseidon and his many brain-dead goons have been going over to Japan, and right now they are currently in the finding out phase of their nuisance streaming.
And by the way, this is just a thing that innocents get slept in, stuff like that, but on the other hand, nobody of us, we criticized the nuisance streamers, but we didn't do anything against them for a long time. And I mean, they make a lot of money, so it's not as if it's not entertaining for some people, for a lot of people. So yeah, at the end of the day, even if none of us is actually the one responsible for doing those things, we also didn't stop them particularly well. We didn't show them their freaking grandson. They just didn't. We just didn't. We should have, at the start, when they actually videotaped their F-ups, punished them for that. Then this wouldn't have happened. But hey, I'm not blaming everyone for this, by the way. It's just a fact of life that if you don't punish nonsense, it will go awry.
In Japan. So, you can see this post right here from Dexerto saying Kick streamers were attacked with glass bottles by Japanese locals while
and by the way,
in
this specific case, the guy actually harassed his girlfriend, so this guy is based.
Note added to this, and there's pretty much a note on a lot of these headlines involving this particular situation, where basically they're not giving the context as to why these Japanese citizens were going around and beating up these Kick streamers. So let's see the article here. Kick streamers attacked after argument with Japanese locals. On February 15th, Kick streamers Lord Hito and Gagan TV, aptly named right there, were eating at a restaurant in Sapporo, Japan, when they walked into a bar nearby. The duo spoke with a woman they'd met beforehand and the other two men in what appeared to be a friendly and playful conversation at first. And we will talk about that friendly and playful conversation in a second. But then, at one point, two other men approached the streamers, with one grabbing at Gagan TV's phone twice. An argument broke out shortly thereafter, and an employee ushered them out the door. Angry at the situation that had unfolded, Gagan TV vented his frustration as he and Hito walked away, while Hito himself was left confused. So like I said, there's missing context here. As pointed out by this video, there's a lot of long clips here, but this is the summation before we watch the actual clip of this all going down. So invites bar girl to love hotel. Gets politely told by her boyfriend to not say that stuff to his girlfriend. Tells the boyfriend, no, she's my girlfriend. Gangster grabs his phone, tells them to F off. Starts taking off his jacket like he's ready to fight. Gets jumped outside. 100% deserved. And you'll see the context right here, and then we're going to look at the clip, and I think you're going to pretty much agree with what this user is saying. So here is the clip with a translated explanation saying, two members of Ice Poseidon were attacked by a Japanese man carrying a bottle after leaving a darts bar in Sapporo after an argument over streaming. Hito was completely beaten up, and Gagan said sorry as he ran away, and his main smartphone was stolen. They were talking about how Hito escaped to a hotel by taxi, and it seems they attacked him while watching the live stream. So, right off the bat, just to give you some further context, they're in the bar right now, so that's why it's a little dark. And they've been having these pestering conversations with this girl and her boyfriend. And of course, right, you're being insulted by a foreigner who's also got a camera in your face. I'm not too surprised that these people had a very strong reaction to that. So let's play the clip.
Don't touch my shit. Don't touch my shit. Don't touch my stuff. Don't touch my stuff. Fucking dumbass. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Super fucking beta male.
All right, so here's one of the main players here. This is Mr. Gagan. He's talking about right here how these Japanese locals are exhibiting beta behavior. Now let's see how this alpha male over here responds to be a potential confrontation here from the people he is antagonizing.
Come on, Japan. Like, is this how it is out here? What the fuck? What are you doing? Yo, what the fuck?
And the thing is, come on, Japan, this is what you're doing. Yeah, little shits like you, little troll-faced, effing, effed up, little brain devourers like you should be effed up, no matter the country. America failed by showing you consequences. Japan shows you consequences. And I'm gonna be honest, I am not for violence. But at some point, at some effing point, it's just understandable. Yeah, sorry. I wouldn't blame the guy after you harassed his girlfriend, harassed his country, brought unfrieden in the country, showed that Japanese people are just cocks all the time. Yeah, at some point you're done. And I am wondering that it actually took so long. Even ref is
And this guy right here is another Japanese local here who takes the camera away from Mr. Gagan and basically steals the show. We'll see a little more of that in a second, but let's continue on.
You have the bottle. What the fuck? Pasa! Misa! Dude, he's getting attacked. He's getting attacked.
Yeah,
he's getting attacked.
Good.
Can you tell he's getting attacked?
Stop! Stop!
And this was the moment he knew he effed up. So his friend over here, this is the Hito individual who's getting jumped by these two locals, and now they're turning over to Gagan, and he can't handle the smoke, despite, being the big alpha male that he is.
Stop! Dude, we're getting attacked!
Dude!
Yeah.
F around and find out, man.
Yep.
Stop! Huh? Stop!
I love how these people are so clout addicted, right? They can't even put the camera down. Even if they believe their safety is at risk, they have to keep rolling because this is the only value they have, is trying to pump out this garbage content. It's more important than their own safety. And even in moments when they're scared like this, they can't stop recording.
Stop! 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 Bye-bye! We go home! 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 Huh?
We go home. We go home. What a little bitch. My God. You basically antagonize these people. You claim you want the smoke. And then you have a guy who appears to be much smaller than this Gagan individual. And he's immediately begging in broken English to let him go home. Let him go back to his mommy.
Stop!
Yes. And this is the problem. This is the effing problem. We in the Western world accepted shit like this. These effing pussies We accepted them, went out, even gave them money so they can have a good life. Yeah. Yeah, it's about time to change. It's about time to freaking change. And yeah, I hope so. Because this is the correct response to fucked up individuals like this guy. Simple as that.
Huh? Yeah, sorry. Go home.
Yeah.
Stop. Stop. Dude.
Bro needs to like put down the camera and start working on his cardio. Like, why is he so out of breath? He's been moving around for about 1 minute.
Get me out. Dude. I'm bleeding right now. Dude. He was actually attacking. But I don't know, bro. I'm bleeding.
You want a
Dude.
Band-Aid?
He had a fucking bottle. They're gonna say, oh, he's coming. He's already coming. He's chasing me.
Also, look at the chat, by the way. They're very divided on this one. Some saying, call the cops, and then some saying, don't involve the cops. There's some tension here. It's funny because if anyone called the cops on them, all of a sudden all these locals are, a bunch of cowards. But when they're getting really what they've been asking for, all of a sudden now they want to call the cops. Interesting.
He's chasing me.
It's not interesting, it's pussy behavior.
Stop. Home. Kairu, hotel, stop, hotel, please. Please, save me my son.
Embarrassing. Oh.
Sorry. Okay.
Why is he saying sorry in broken English? Bro, like, do you think this is like helping you communicate better to them? It's so embarrassing. Why is he doing that?
Please, save me my son. Please.
Sumimasen.
No, stop. Why? No, stop. Okay, off. What? Please.
This is so satisfying to watch.
Yeah. It is.
There should be no safe spaces for nuisance streamers anywhere in Japan, or really any country.
Yeah, that's true.
For that
that's
matter.
True. He's correct.
Okay.
Fight back. The chat's saying fight back. You think this guy's gonna fight back?
Yeah.
This guy you are obsessively watching is a giant coward. He is not fighting back.
No, he's not.
Okay,
Now they have one of his cameras. They've pretty much stolen the show. Maybe skip ahead a little bit. You can see they turn the camera on themselves. The two guys that, the two locals that responded to this whole situation. So yeah, that's really what's going on here. And a lot of people are celebrating this. Another example of these nuisance streamers finding out in Japan after antagonizing people and getting the exact reaction they have been probably hoping for.
Yeah.
Okay? They're poking the bear and then...
Yeah, they actually, they probably hoped for it, but, I mean, is it worth it? Is it? I don't know. For them, probably, yes, because they get money out of it and people will actually still go for them. This is disgusting.
They're shocked when the bear responds. I mean, that's just effing around and finding out as usual. But the individuals involved would come to Twitter and try to play the victim. Here's Gagan.
Of course they play the victim, because it sells. And it functions here, in the Western world. And it's just so sad. It's just so effing sad. I am actually quite... No, you know what? It's just how it is right now. I cannot be really... And I would also say to your acolytes, don't actually be mad about something, correct it. And, well, right now I don't have that much of an influence about doing this, but if some politician or something like that actually says, hey, do we have a problem with nuisance streamers and let's just get rid of them, you should just pick them. Or if you see some nuisance streamer like that, Well, think of something to actually disturb them. Keep it legal, but do something to disturb them.
Talking about the situation where he experienced an incident that has left him deeply shaken. A lot of people would say, good, maybe you won't do this stuff again. You know, making your entire personality and career based on annoying people for content, yeah, that's kind of like the results. People are going to get mad, and eventually they'll just have enough of this, and they'll actually take a more aggressive response to you. It's not too surprising, but, like, you know, ain't nobody got time for this, okay?
Yeah, as I said,
you are obviously in the wrong here, and now you're just upset because people are actually responding to you in a way that you can't deal with. You can't defend yourself because you're a coward. And then look at this, it's 36 likes. Wow. Internet famous. All the attention on you right now because of these clips, and you can't even get any sort of attention. And also, the Lord Hito person would also make a long thread. Again, ain't nobody reading this. 71 likes in about a week. That's very impressive. And he says, they grabbed my phone out of nowhere. And he got so mad, and so I told him not to do that. I apologized in Japanese to the bartenders for him, and we simply just left. After we were out, they chased us with a bottle. And
oh yes, because this fixes everything. You go to someone, smack him in the mouth, harass his girlfriend, or do something different. They say, I'm sorry, and this fixes things. No, a sorry is worthless these days. If somebody says, I'm sorry, it's just totally worthless. Don't even accept it, just say, no, you fucked up, now it's revenge time. Actions prove the thing you actually wanna commit to, not words. Words are worthless these days.
even went after me just because I was with him. Well, you guys are a crew together and you're both annoying. So, like, are you surprised by that? You really shouldn't be. But we knew Johnny Somali would get involved eventually. So, Legal Mindset shares this clip of Johnny Somali, and he's once again acting a fool. And he's trying to, I guess, bring the Japanese police down on Ice Poseidon and his goons. I guess it's like maybe there's some competition going on here between these annoying nuisance streamers. Like, he's trying to take back over the market, but unfortunately for Johnny Somali, he's not getting back into Japan no matter what he threatens here. He's banned for 5 more years and can't return, and I don't see how he's going to weasel his way into that country.
Only 5 years? Only 5 years? I am baffled. This is the criminal worship thing that I am talking about all the time, acolytes. Why? Permaban this nonsense. Show him some real consequences, for F's sake. 5 years is nothing.
Country, especially if he wants to make some sort of content, but here he is basically trying to almost set up all of these members who are currently in Japan, so I guess he can reclaim his throne, or his throne of disgrace over there.
Hello to the people of Japan and the people of the world. I want to make this message because I've been gone for a long time. Let me introduce myself if you don't know me already. I am Johnny Somali. I am part of the criminal nuisance live streamer gang called CX. I am a high-ranking member in the black sheep of the family. We are ran by our top leader, Ice Poseidon. He's the leader of CX, and Mizkif, the leader of OTK.
So I guess he's trying to set up not only Mizkif, who's visiting Japan right now, but also Ice Poseidon, who's one of the nuisance streamers. Mizkif, not causing it. He's not a nuisance streamer. But yeah, I guess he's trying to lump him in since he's in Japan currently. So that's, I guess, the angle Johnny Somali's going for here.
We are part of a live streaming international criminal mafia of nuisance streamers that have came to Japan to bring you freedom, to bring you American values.
Look at this list of losers, by the way. Absolutely cursed list of people right here.
I just cannot say that losers is the correct thing to say. Because at the end of the day, those fuckers make money for something lazy that's just harassing other people for something negative. In my opinion, those people should be criminally charged. Not harshly, by the way. I'm not saying like something like 20 years, but for a minimum of 2, like the weakest case, just a minimum of 2 years in jail, so they get straightened up. So they don't make money out of it, so they can get to jail. And if they do stuff like that there, well, it will end differently.
Japs will never stop us.
Oh.
You will never stop
racism.
CX. You will never stop Johnny Somali. You will never stop Ice Poseidon, Paul Danino, who was my mentor, my teacher, my leader. If it was not for Ice Poseidon, I would have never came to Japan. And if you try to arrest Ice Poseidon, if you try to stop Paul Danino or any of our group, if you try to stop ABZ Abdullah, the terrorist, the one that paid for all of our kick deals and steak deals, if you try to stop ABZ Abdullah, this fat fuck, I promise you I'll be back in Japan soon.
No, I don't think you're going to make it there, but yeah, that's pretty much the update on these nuisance streamers. If you want some more coverage of that, definitely check out Legal Mindset. He's been covering a lot of these very interesting individuals who are causing issue over in Japan. There's too many of these losers to really keep track of at this point. But yeah, that's what's going on here and why obviously a lot of people are tired of this. And like I said earlier in the video, these businesses have had enough. They're starting to put signs up basically saying customers from overseas are not welcome here. And I don't blame them whatsoever. This was the inevitable result of these jerk-offs doing these things in Japan. They're making a bad name, not just for nuisance streamers, but for tourists in general. And this is becoming a very big problem. If you think what they're doing, these nuisance streamers, is in any way acceptable or something that should be protected or celebrated, you're an idiot, and you're making it hard for people who want to go to Japan and respect everything going on over there and have a good time. And it's now ruining it for everyone. But that's the obvious and inevitable results of this whole thing. But for now, that's going to do it for this video. As always, feel free.
Yeah, just F them. Just get them out of the country for F's sake. Or put them into prison, and I don't mean for a month. Give it a year. Or just send them back. And say, hey, America, or the different countries that they are out, if they come back, we have a problem. So keep them out. And I think this would have some positive influence about this. But as it is, acolytes, good night.